Imagine a mind so twisted that it turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, a chilling game of life and death. What drives a person to commit the unthinkable? What dark recesses of the human psyche twist an individual into a remorseless predator? Tonight, we embark on a harrowing journey into the psychology of serial killers. These are not just fictional monsters from horror films. These are real people who walk among us, blending into society while hiding their horrifying secrets. Brace yourself. The descent into darkness begins now. Serial killers have captivated and terrified us for generations. From the charming yet monstrous Ted Bundy to the cryptic and elusive Zodiac Killer, these figures leave behind trails of horror and unanswered questions. What compels someone to become a serial murderer? Is it fate, a product of their upbringing, or something more sinister lurking in their DNA? In this exploration, we dive deep into the minds of these enigmatic predators, dissecting their motives, behaviors, and the eerie patterns that define their crimes. Most serial killers don't wake up one day and suddenly decide to kill. Their dark desires often began in childhood. Studies suggest that a combination of genetic predisposition and environmental factors plays a crucial role in their development. Childhood abuse, neglect, and exposure to extreme violence can all contribute to the making of a future murderer. Take Jeffrey Dahmer, for instance. His early years were filled with instability, neglect, and a growing obsession with death. Many serial killers exhibit what's known as the McDonald Triad, a set of 3 behavioral red flags: cruelty to animals, persistent bedwetting, and fascination with fire. These warning signs hint at a disturbed psyche long before the first crime is committed. A lack of empathy is often a key trait among these individuals. Unlike most people, they don't feel guilt or remorse. Instead, they see others as objects to be used, manipulated, or destroyed. This emotional detachment allows them to commit unspeakable acts without a second thought. Psychopathy is a personality disorder that plays a major role in many serial killers' minds. Defined by a lack of empathy, a shallow emotional range, and extreme manipulative tendencies, psychopathy makes these individuals particularly dangerous. Dr. Robert Hare, a leading expert on psychopathy, developed the Psychopathy Checklist, a tool used to measure psychopathic traits. These traits include superficial charm, a grandiose sense of self-worth, pathological lying, and a lack of remorse. Many notorious killers score alarmingly high on this checklist. Some, like Ted Bundy, use their charm and intelligence to lure victims into their traps, only revealing their true monstrous nature once it was too late. Others, like Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, lived double lives, appearing as devoted family men while secretly engaging in horrifying crimes. This ability to blend into society is what makes them so terrifying. For many serial killers, murder is not just an act. It's an experience, a ritual, a game. The chase, the control, and the ultimate act of taking a life provide them with a twisted sense of power and satisfaction. Some meticulously plan their crimes, leaving behind cryptic clues and taunting authorities. The Zodiac Killer, for example, sent ciphers to newspapers, daring the world to decode his message. Others, like Jack the Ripper, targeted specific victims and developed a signature, distinct way of killing that became their calling card. The psychological satisfaction they derive from their crimes often outweighs any fear of getting caught. For them, the risk is part of the thrill. Are serial killers born or made? This age-old debate continues to puzzle psychologists and criminologists alike. Some argue that genetic predisposition plays a major role. Research has identified certain abnormalities in the brains of serial killers, specifically in the amygdala, the area responsible for emotions like fear and empathy. A malfunctioning amygdala could mean an inability to process emotions like a normal person. On the other hand, environmental factors, trauma, abuse, and neglect can shape an individual's psyche. Some killers had normal childhoods, while others grew up in horrific conditions. While not every abused child becomes a murderer, those predisposed to violence may be more likely to develop dangerous tendencies when exposed to trauma. Despite their cunning nature, many serial killers eventually make mistakes that lead to their capture. Advances in forensic science, criminal profiling, and DNA analysis have made it increasingly difficult for them to evade justice. The FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit, BAU, specializes in studying criminal behavior patterns, helping law enforcement anticipate a killer's next move. In some cases, like that of the Golden State Killer, DNA technology played a crucial role in identifying the suspect decades after his crimes. In others, a simple traffic violation or an eyewitness report has led to an arrest. No matter how careful they are, serial killers are not invincible. The minds of serial killers remain one of the darkest mysteries in human psychology. While science has made strides in understanding their behavior, the terrifying truth is that these predators still exist among us. They look like ordinary people, hiding in plain sight, waiting for their next opportunity. Understanding the warning signs and the psychological makeup of these individuals can help us stay vigilant. While their stories may haunt us, they also serve as cautionary tales, reminders that darkness can lurk behind even the most innocent of smiles. So, the next time you pass a stranger on the street, ask yourself, do you really know what's lurking beneath the surface?